All right, Bart, big one tonight in the AFC. What's the key to this game?
Well, I want to see if the Chargers can imitate what the Ravens did, because they beat Patrick Mahomes to a pulp. And I wonder how on a short week, how much he can recover from that. I mean, he got away with a lot of sins. I mean, the no-look pass thrown across his body on 4th and 9. You know, can he match Phillip Rivers, or really can Phillip Rivers match him and really put it in his hands? I really love what Kansas City is doing on defense. I want to see what Eric Berry's going to bring to the table if he's able to play. But I love what Chris Jones is doing, because he's giving them balance from the inside, 11.5 sacks.
And a sack in an NFL record, 9 straight games within a season. Like, the Chiefs' defense is not good, but there's one thing they do well: attack the quarterback.
Right.
Justin Houston got the sack, the strip sack at the end of regulation that could have won them the game. They missed the field goal. We know Dee Ford's been playing like it's a contract year all year, and Chris Jones up the middle. So they're not a good defense. I'm not making that case, but they get to the quarterback and they can force some turnovers. It's the one thing they do well.
Can Eric Berry man the middle and control some of these big plays that they've been giving up? But to do that, you know, Patrick Mahomes is going to have to score points, because the reason that they are getting so much success rushing the passes is because they're ahead in a lot of games, so they're making teams one-dimensional. You know, that remains to be seen if Melvin Gordon can come here and shorten the game, take some of the possessions out of the game, and put pressure on Mahomes.
Yeah, I don't think Melvin Gordon's going to play. We know about the Chiefs, their running back situation, as far as their frontline guy out of the league now. Also, Spencer Ware out of tonight's game. What are they going to do? So who can manufacture? From Andy Reid and calling plays, and from the Chargers standpoint, who can manufacture some running game without their top? That's my number one thing going into the game. Whoever's able to do that, is going to make their quarterback far more comfortable. Watch out on the Chargers side. Guy is really underrated. We've been talking about Amari Cooper as far as his route running. I believe that route runners in the NFL are dying, and I believe that they call more play concepts just for guys to get to a certain area. They don't rely. Keenan Allen's one of the best route runners, really underrated. On this field, I believe he's going to have a significant advantage. I believe they're going to throw the ball 40 times, too. So I look for the Chargers to really be able to take advantage, be able to get the ball out of their hands, get the ball to their athletes against that secondary, which is probably the biggest question mark for the Chiefs. This is going to be a good football game. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Chargers were able to put it together and pull off this big upset tonight.
If they are able to pull off the upset, it'll be the first time in quite some time the Chargers have beaten Kansas City. They've lost 7 in a row. Phillip Rivers lost 7 in a row to Kansas City. He lost 4 in a row at Arrowhead to Kansas City. The Chiefs are 20-1 in their last 21 games against AFC West opponents. Now, they are, you mentioned, they're starting running backs out of the league. Spencer Ware is out of this game, so they're on the third-string running back. Sammy Watkins is not going to play in this football game. Tyreek Hill should play.
Yeah, I wouldn't depend on Sammy Watkins the rest of the year.
Sure.
All right?
I mean, that's been the tendency with
But they got Kelvin Benjamin.
So, okay.
I believe Andy Reid's going to utilize him.
Red zone, maybe.
And so, but the point at Tyreek Hill was limping around 4 days ago at the end of that football game. This is where the Thursday night can hurt a team, because their number one option was injured on Sunday. I think he's going to play, but how effective will he be? Now, Travis Kelce has been a monster. Not really these last 6 weeks. Last 6 weeks, an average game for him has been 8 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. But with no Watkins, no Kareem Hunt, no Spencer Ware, a limited Tyreek Hill.
Chargers can focus solely on Travis Kelce.
Can you focus on Travis Kelce?
Right.
Can you try to see how much punch Tyreek Hill really has? And then you're talking about Chris Conley, Demarcus Robinson. You're going down the depth chart of guys, because the Chiefs cannot win a low-scoring game. Like their lowest scoring games this year have been 26, 27, 27. They don't have any experience in a low-scoring game.
Last week's game was a low-scoring game.
And they almost lost it.
I mean, they do have experience in a low-scoring game. Last week it was 17-17, 2 minutes to go. That right there is a good test for them. They've been playing track meet. Now, that game right there, Baltimore slowed them down. So I believe that there is some confidence in do they have confidence against a guy who can throw the ball? Now, that part I don't think they have confidence in, or they definitely don't have any experience.
Set up, Nick, what this game means for both teams.
So Kansas City wins this game. They are in perfect position to get the #1 overall seed. If they win this game, they only have to go 1-1 in the rest of the way to get the #1 seed, and one of those games is a home game against the Raiders. They no longer would have to go to Seattle to get and win to get the #1 seed. If they lose, they are still the #1 seed, but they have no margin of error anymore. If they were to lose to Seattle, then the Chargers could jump over them.
Right.
They also, if you don't win your division, you go all the way to the 5 line. Like, that is why this game's so critical. One of these two teams can finish with the second best record in the AFC and end up the 5 seed. So that's where we're at with this. If the Chargers lose this game, they are locked into the 5 seed.
And they bring the Patriots back into it, because the Patriots, they beat the Steelers, then you go to Seattle and lose. I've been on teams like that. We had the home field the whole season. 2001. Then we end up in the NFC Championship. You know what? They iced that field down at Giant Stadium. We had to come on the road, Dante Culpepper, and it was a wrap. 41 bagel, because we stumbled
up
to
at
the
the end of
finish
the regular
line.
season.
Yes, 2 of 3 games we lost. So Kansas City, they do need this win.
You know, Tyreek Hill would have been one of those candidates that you would say that could help you manufacture a run game. But with him being injured, if I'm the Superchargers, what I'm doing is I'm focused on him early in the game, and I'm going to make sure that pill or that shot wears off real fast. I'm bracketing him. I'm hitting him wherever he goes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm making sure I take him to the ground. I'm falling on that leg.
Okay.
Listen, that's what this
You
game's
believe he's going to get a little
about.
shot, a little assist, and a little painkiller?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to go get
on a Thursday night game. You need some help.
He's going to get the Toradol shot, right? And he's going to make sure that, or he's going to get the pill, and eventually it can wear off. So you want to make sure that you focus on him, because he's going to be feeling the best at the beginning of the game. When he goes down to halftime, that thing's going to stiffen up. So I'm going to put all my attention on Tyreek Hill, making sure that no matter what, I'm going to hit him, I'm going to bump him. If he gets the ball, everybody, don't take him down. Hold him up. Everybody come jump on, and let's pile on him and take him to the ground, and let's loosen that thing up. And then I'm going to take my attention to Travis Kelce and make sure that I bracket him. But I got a lot of belief in Derwin James that he can handle the task, but I'm going to give him a little hamburger helper at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to make sure that I line my defensive end on top of him before I rush, I'm going to hit him. And then what happens is it turns to a natural game, because you run a natural U game, because you hit him, you're going to be late off the line. You run the stunt and get into Mahomes' face.
Very aggressive.
You can write all that down, bro.
But I kind of like that. Was a lot.
You got it on tape. We're going to get him a video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.